The ocean breeze, the flash of smartphone cameras, an ultra-exclusive Hamptons estate buzzing with Hollywood's elite, like all dressed in white. The crowd actually pauses, whispers ripple through the room, and just like that, baseball royalty has found a new leading lady. Welcome to Starscope Report. Join Jordan and Jamie as they uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals. From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
Yeah, and today we are getting right into a romance that seems to have escalated at absolute light speed.
Totally.
We're doing a deep dive into a huge stack of reports we've got from Page 6, TMZ, Sportskeeda, Headliner, and Yardbarker. And we're going to unpack how Alex Rodriguez and Meghan Hayden are taking their brand new relationship to the next level.
The absolute next level.
Exactly. The mission today is really to trace this entire timeline, right from that cinematic debut at an ultra-exclusive party in the Hamptons all the way to the global sports stage.
And you are definitely going to want to stick around to hear the fascinating background of the woman who captured his attention. Because, I mean, this isn't just some casual summer fling.
No.
Months after ending a 3-year relationship, 50-year-old A-Rod is already renting a Hampton summer house with a brand new mystery woman.
Renting a house together already? It's wild.
It is wild. But let's pause for a second and look at the timeline. Because didn't he literally just end a relationship with a different fitness influencer like a couple of months ago?
Yeah, he did.
It kind of feels a bit like a copy-paste scenario, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, looks that way on the surface, certainly. Back in May, Rodriguez split from Jaclyn Cordeiro.
Right.
But what is incredibly fascinating about that breakup is just how thoroughly sanitized it was.
Oh, super sanitized.
Like, Cordeiro went on the record with TMZ, making sure everyone knew there was, and this is a quote, "no animosity, drama, or negative story here."
Wow, just shutting it down completely.
Exactly. She framed the whole thing entirely around needing time apart to focus on a serious family health matter.
Which, I mean, that is the gold standard for a celebrity breakup.
True.
No messy tabloid fallout, no cryptic Instagram stories.
Yeah.
But it also makes you wonder, is it easy to keep a breakup that perfectly clean when you are already preparing to launch a new relationship into the stratosphere?
Oh, for sure.
Because if we fast forward just a few weeks to July 1st, we get the main event.
Right. Michael Rubin's star-studded white party in Bridgehampton.
The white party.
Yeah. And for anyone who doesn't obsessively follow celebrity culture like we do, you have to understand the gravity of this specific party.
It's a huge deal.
It really is. It is not just, a casual summer barbecue with famous people. In 2026, Michael Rubin's party is the ultimate cultural proving ground.
Yeah, it's basically the East Coast Met Gala at this point.
Exactly. If you kiss someone at this party, you aren't just having a good time. You are issuing a coordinated press release to the entire world.
And Page 6 was, more than happy to publish that press release.
Yeah.
A-Rod is spotted openly kissing 33-year-old fitness coach Meghan Hayden.
Out in the open.
Out in the open. And we have to paint the visual picture for you here because it was a highly curated debut. She was wearing this gorgeous cream retrofit see-upon mini dress.
Oh, that dress was stunning.
Right. Satin blend, completely covered in handmade embellishments, and paired with white heels and oversized sunglasses. I mean, it was a look that was explicitly designed to be photographed.
Well, and they certainly were not hiding from the cameras either.
No, they were not.
They were actively posing for photos with NBA star Karl Anthony Towns, who, by the way, just secured the 2026 NBA championship with the Knicks, and his fiancée, Jordyn Woods.
Talk about a power move.
Seriously. By associating themselves with a freshly crowned champion and his highly visible partner, they immediately established themselves as a premier power couple within that whole athletic celebrity ecosystem.
Yeah, and once that white party seal was broken, the floodgates opened. They were suddenly everywhere, strolling through Sag Harbor, holding court at Bounce Beach in Montauk.
Right.
But there was one detail from these outings that completely stopped me in my tracks.
Oh, the beach club thing.
Yes. A source noted that when they went out, they were flanked by a crew who, quote, nicely redirected other girls who were trying to flirt with A-Rod.
That is just incredible.
Let's just unpack the bizarre logistics of that for a second. You have this massive celebrity, and his friends are essentially playing zone defense at a beach club.
The visual of a celebrity wingman crew physically blocking flirty women like offensive linemen is genuinely hilarious.
Like forming a human shield at the bar.
Yeah. But I think it speaks to the strange reality of dating someone at that level of fame. You don't just go out for drinks, you deploy a tactical unit to manage your perimeter.
But getting back to my earlier skepticism, is he just repeating a pattern here?
You mean with the fitness influencers?
Yeah. He dates a fitness influencer, breaks up, and 6 weeks later, he's renting a house in the Hamptons with a new fitness influencer. Renting a house for the season after debuting at a July 4th party is staggering speed.
It is super fast.
That usually signals, a rebound heading straight for a cliff.
Well, you would typically assume that, sure. But if you look closely at Meghan Hayden's background, she operates on a completely different corporate tier.
Okay, fair.
The sheer speed of renting a house together suggests they bypass the casual dating phase because they recognize something very familiar in each other's relentless drive. This is not someone who just showed up at a VIP party hoping to get noticed.
And that's not even the wildest part. Wait until you hear the devastating setback that forced Meghan to build a fitness empire from scratch. If you're loving these Hollywood twists, make sure you're subscribed. We got even crazier stories ahead.
Because when you peel back the whole Hamptons party-goer image, you uncover an intensely disciplined background.
Yeah, she's no joke.
She is a former Division I athlete with a Marine father, and her entire life trajectory was derailed by a catastrophic physical injury.
So who actually is she? Because you don't just walk into the VIP section of the white party and start dating a baseball legend by accident.
Yeah.
Where did this drive come from?
Well, it starts in Greenwich, Connecticut, where she was born in May 1993. Her parents are Michael and Ellen, and her father, Michael, is a former Marine who also played college football and baseball.
Oh, wow. So it runs in the family.
Absolutely. Elite athletics and extreme discipline were essentially baked into her DNA from day one. And at Greenwich High School, she was an absolute phenom. We are talking about a multi-sport star lettering in soccer, tennis, indoor track, and swimming.
And winning 2 FCIAC championships along the way.
Right.
For anyone listening who isn't familiar with Connecticut high school sports, the FCIAC is essentially the hyper-competitive gold standard for elite prep athletes on the East Coast. If you are dominating there, you are on a fast track to the pros.
Which she was. I mean, she won the Connecticut Senior Super Bowl MVP for soccer in 2011 and took that immense talent straight to the Division I level.
That's a huge deal.
It is. She played for the University of Richmond and later Florida Gulf Coast University. But then she hit the absolute worst-case scenario for any elite competitor.
The injury.
Yeah, a catastrophic shoulder injury that permanently ended her playing career.
Man, I really want to bring the listener into this mindset for a second. Think about if you have ever, pulled a muscle in your back. You know how frustrating it is just to miss a week of the gym.
Totally.
Now imagine you are a 20-year-old Division I athlete. Your entire identity, your social circle, your future career, literally everything is tied to your physical capability.
Everything.
And a doctor tells you that you will never play competitively again.
It is a profound psychological hurdle. Losing your sport at that level often leads to a massive loss of identity.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
But what is fascinating here is the mechanism of her recovery. She didn't just walk away from the athletic world entirely. Instead, she leaned entirely into the science of it.
Right.
She transferred to the University of Miami and earned a Bachelor of Science degree in exercise physiology.
It actually makes me think of an analogy. It is like a star baseball pitcher tearing their rotator cuff, realizing they can never throw a 95-mile-per-hour fastball again, and just deciding to rebuild their life as a legendary manager. She took her worst moment and used it as a foundation.
I would actually take that analogy one step further, though. She didn't just become the manager, she became the general manager, building the entire stadium.
Okay, I like that.
Because she realized her body could no longer be the primary product, so she used her degree in physiology to turn her brain into the product. She started at the luxury brand Equinox in New York, but she quickly scaled her own knowledge.
Scaling it massively.
Yeah.
Like, she founded Off With Meg, which is a global private training platform. She became a global master trainer for the fitness equipment titan Technogym. She models for Under Armour and Athleta.
Right.
And she is the founding coach at an AI-native personal coaching platform called Train Farron. For those who aren't in the tech space, an AI-native platform means they are using artificial intelligence to analyze user biometric data and generate hyper-personalized workout regimens at scale.
It's incredibly high-tech.
It is. She is combining high-end physiology with Silicon Valley tech.
Which perfectly illustrates why she and A-Rod make so much sense together.
Exactly.
He isn't just dating a fitness model. He is dating a CEO who understands the intersection of elite athletics, high-end business, and public brand management. She even recently taught a fitness class at Montauk's Surf Lodge for a new dating app called A-Team.
A-Team is fascinating because it is specifically a fitness-focused dating app, and she is actually an investor and founding committee member.
Oh, that makes sense.
And that class she taught had major industry names like Sailor Brinkley Cook and Jen Lombardo in attendance. She is deeply, deeply embedded in this modern, hyper-optimized wellness ecosystem.
She's a major player.
But, of course, because it is 2026, we also have to talk about how this highly sophisticated business relationship plays out on the internet.
Oh my goodness, yes. Because for all their elite business acumen, they are still participating in the very silly theater of Instagram comments.
They really are. Okay, so Meghan recently posted a promotional video for Off With Meg. She is in a maroon activewear set, wearing these large over-ear black headphones, showing off some dance moves in the gym with the caption "Bliss."
Okay.
And just hours later, Alex Rodriguez himself drops into the comments.
Let me guess the exact nature of this comment.
It was 3 fire emojis. Just boom, right there for the world to see.
Some fire emojis, you just have to laugh at the contrast.
It's so funny.
You have this billionaire sports analyst and this AI fitness CEO, and their public flirting is literally the ultimate boomer emoji usage.
It is so unironic.
It really is. But it also proves that they are not hiding behind PR statements anymore, you know. They are operating out in the open.
For sure. But later in the deep dive, we'll talk about the VIP twist nobody saw coming on the world stage and a heavy Secret Service presence.
Because the story certainly didn't stop in Montauk. From Hamptons hideaways to the absolute center of the soccer universe, this relationship just leveled up in front of the entire world.
Yeah, with the summer house locked down, they packed their bags and flew out to the 2026 FIFA World Cup Final. Argentina versus Spain.
Massive.
Literally the biggest single sporting event on the planet.
And the visual of them at this event is striking. Meghan was in this stunning brown bodycon dress, A-Rod in a sharp classic black shirt and pants.
Very coordinated.
But they weren't just sitting in a luxury box sipping champagne. A-Rod was actually brought out onto the pitch to perform the ceremonial coin flip to start the match.
Just think about the irony of that. A guy whose legacy is entirely built on American baseball is out there tossing the coin for the biggest soccer match in history.
It's pretty surreal.
And Meghan, who is a massive soccer fan and a very dedicated Messi supporter, found the whole thing highly amusing. She posted on Instagram joking about getting a great tan sunbathing in the stands while she literally had to teach A-Rod the offside rules.
I love that. That paints such a fantastic picture.
It really does.
You have one of the greatest baseball players of a generation, a man whose entire professional life required him to understand the microscopic nuances of a strike zone.
Right.
And he's sitting in the sun while a former DI soccer star explains to him how an offside trap works. It is a brilliant, humbling moment that she eagerly shared with her followers.
And the logistics of them even moving around that stadium are wild.
Yeah.
If you have ever tried to navigate a crowd of 80,000 screaming fans, you know it is chaotic.
It's a nightmare.
Now imagine trying to do it when you were Alex Rodriguez. But they didn't have to worry about the crowds, thanks to a very specific family connection.
Right. Meghan's cousin, Andrew Hayden. He is a member of the U.S. Army and was assigned to Secret Service duties specifically for the World Cup Final. And because of his position, he secured them VIP Secret Service escorts everywhere they went inside the stadium.
I mean, to talk about an access level you simply cannot buy. You can be a billionaire, you can be a 14-time MLB All-Star, but having your cousin in the Secret Service personally part the sea of 80,000 people for you?
That is the ultimate flex.
The ultimate flex. Even though, as Meghan noted on her Instagram, it was bittersweet having to watch Messi walk out without the trophy that day.
Yeah, definitely bittersweet for her. Yet, despite this jet-setting, highly publicized, influencer-style summer romance, A-Rod is still deeply tethered to his roots.
For sure.
He hasn't lost his focus on the sport that made him a global icon.
And for anyone listening who follows baseball, this is where his mindset becomes really interesting, because he is still locked in as a FOC MLB analyst, and he recently made some very pointed, almost urgent comments directed at the Yankees front office.
He essentially issued a public demand to Yankees general manager Brian Cashman.
Yeah, he did.
Urging him to go all in at the MLB trade deadline. The Yankees are sitting second in the American League East race, and A-Rod pointed out that this is arguably the weakest the American League has been in our lifetime.
Right, and to put that in context for our non-sports fans, the American League East is usually a bloodbath. It is the toughest division in baseball. So when A-Rod sees an opening, his instinct is to attack it aggressively.
Absolutely.
He was very specific about the ticking clock on Aaron Judge's career. He said the championship window for Judge is closing, which puts immense pressure on Cashman, the ownership group, and the fan base.
He actually called it an absolute tragedy if one of the greatest players of our generation only goes to one World Series and doesn't win it.
Wow, strong words.
Very strong. And when you analyze his anxiety over Aaron Judge's closing window, you can kind of see the through line of his own psychology. A-Rod knows exactly what it feels like to battle the biological clock of professional sports. He knows the pressure of carrying a legendary franchise on your back. It is a fascinating duality, honestly. By day, he is this old-school baseball legend offering hard-hitting, high-anxiety sports analysis. By night, he is seeking offside rule explanations from his fitness mogul girlfriend and dropping fire emojis on dance videos. Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next in the world of celebrity power couples.
Taking a step back, looking at all these sources together, from the initial Hamptons sightings in page 6 to the deep dive on her athletic background in Yardbarker and his ongoing baseball commentary.
Right.
It just paints a picture of two highly driven individuals who found a rapid rhythm together. They both intimately understand the mechanics of building a personal brand, the psychological toll of recovering from physical setbacks, and the unique pressure of operating under the constant glare of public attention.
It leaves us with something really fascinating to ponder as we wrap up this deep dive. Think about the legacy of a retired, old-school athlete like Alex Rodriguez. How does dating someone so deeply entrenched in the modern, algorithm-driven world of fitness influencer culture impact that legacy?
That's a great question.
Does adopting this hyper-optimized, Instagram-forward lifestyle keep these legacy sports stars relevant to a younger, digital-first generation? Or does it run the risk of flattening their monumental achievements, turning them into just another character scrolling endlessly across your feed?
Yeah, because the internet moves so fast.
Exactly. Navigating the transition from the sports page to the social media algorithm is a completely different game than baseball, and the rules are changing every single day.
It forces us to examine what it actually means to be a celebrity in 2026. I mean, the machinery of fame has shifted from television broadcasts to personal platforms, and we are watching one of the biggest names in sports history try to master that transition in real time alongside someone who was practically born into it.
You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.